Hello, everyone. Good evening and happy weekend. How are you all doing? I hope you're doing well. And how was your week? I hope you had a very nice week. My name is Omoba Birin Adiola Oshideko. I am a coach and a branding expert. Good to be here again. Good to see you all. I would love to know if you can see me and hear me. So if you can see me, I would love you to drop a comment for me. You can say, hello, Adiola. I am watching from Lagos, Nigeria. I am streaming from Abidjan, Cote d'Ivoire. So if you are watching me, I would also love to know where you're watching from. So it's really nice to be here. So while I'm waiting for others to join, we'll go on a short break and we'll be back. I hope by then I would have seen a lot of comments. I just want to be sure you can see me and you can hear me. I don't want to be talking to myself. So let's go on a quick break and we are going to be right back.
Hello there, it's Tiba 2023. Are you ready? Something huge is coming. 8 speakers, 2 moderators, 2 panelist sessions, 1,000 plus participants, 100 plus awards, 1 gala dinner. 4th November 2023, Lagos, Nigeria. See you there.
Can you imagine the world without Nobel Prizes for writers and scientists, Grammys for entertainment artists, or even Guinness records for many human impossibilities made possible? What will the world look like? Uninteresting? Uninspiring? Non-daring? Just name it. This is why we have decided to join the League of Organizations celebrating greatness and uniqueness. We are the iconic brand awards, TIBA, and we are known for recognizing and celebrating outstanding brands in different industries annually. It's our 5th year doing this, and we are adding Global Branding Conference to our list of events this year. However, we can't do it alone, so we are seeking partners and sponsors to make this year's event fantabulous. If you are someone who loves giving others accolades and celebrating impactful people, then I'm sure you will be interested in sponsoring the iconic brand awards. We have so many juicy offers for your return on investment. For more inquiries and details, please visit our website www.theiconicbrandawards.com. WhatsApp +234 817 199 9660 or call +234 806 727 9739 or email us here tibaevents@gmail.com.
You're welcome back. Like I said, my name is Adiola, and today we are going to be talking about something that is really profound. We want to talk about the effect of hybrid on business brands. In 2020, COVID happened, and nobody knew it is going to be like that. I mean, nobody. I have never thought of it in my life that there will be a time that I will sit down at home for months, for years. I mean, working from home, it's never crossed my mind at any time. But as God will have it, or I don't know what to say, in 2020, COVID happened and we were locked down at home. We were told to stay at home because we cannot go out. And a lot of people were forced to do things that ordinarily they would not do. People were forced to work from home. People were forced to, use social media, because at that time, for some of us, the only companion we had was our phone. We could not go out, we could not visit friends, we could not go to work, we could not go to markets. And it now brought about a drastic change in a lot of things, introducing the working from home, or you can call it remote working. Some people will call it virtual working, whereby you can just stay at your home and work and make money. I remember in that 2020, I was just doing training and coaching back to back. I was just cashing out. I was just making money. If you also made money in 2020, type I made money. Type I made money in the comments. Okay, I want to know some of us that are rich so that I can come and collect some urgent 2K from you. So that's just by the way. So what I'm trying to say is that since 2020, a lot of changes has happened to the way we work. Whether you're a business owner or you are an employee or even employer, so many things has changed. For some of us, we now do something we call hybrid. Hybrid is a situation whereby you work from home for some days and you work from your store or your office for some days. Some people are actually working from home completely. Some startups that cannot afford to get an office, or they cannot afford to get a shop or a store, they've turned their sitting room or maybe a corner in their room, they've turned it to their office and they are making their money. Okay, so today we want to talk about what is the effect of this hybrid, working from home and working from the office or working from a physical location. How has it affected business brands in terms of costs and in terms of productivity? Some people will say, oh, if I work from home, I will not be productive, I will not function well, So that's what we're going to be talking about today. Thank you everyone for joining us. Grace from Lagos, Oluwasanmi Ogunleye from Oshun, Priska from Calabar, Victor, where are you watching from? You did not tell me where you're watching from. Maka Ophelia from Abuja. Thank you everyone for joining. James All, thank you so much. So I have a very amazing guest in the house today that we are going to be discussing this together. Her name is Okolo Uchechi Victoria. So let me tell you a little bit about Victoria. She manages a business called the Lotches Place. It's an underwear business. And apart from that, she's also a chef. She runs a private kitchen for food delivery services. Or currently, she's a solopreneur. That means she does a lot of things on her own. She doesn't really have a lot of people working with her yet, even though she has some people that she outsources some things to sometimes. She has a degree in library and information science. And she's someone that you can call a perfect example of mompreneur because she works 100% from home. So this is to tell you that we have the right person to talk about this today. And she is a social enthusiast and highly business oriented. Ladies and gentlemen, with clapping ovation, with standing ovation, welcome with me, Victoria Uchechi Okolo. I can't hear you clap. So if I can't hear your clapping, you can drop the clapping emoji just for me to know that you're clapping for her. Hello, Victoria. Good evening. You're welcome. You need to unmute yourself. Okay. We can't hear you. I don't know whether it's from your end.
You can't hear me. Hello, can you hear me now?
Yes. We can hear you. Good to have you on board. Thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you too. You look so good. Thank you.
Thank you. So I've introduced you, but I don't think that is enough. I would love you to introduce yourself in the next 1 minute. Who are you? What do you do? Just let us into your space, just to have an idea of who you are.
Okay, that's fine. It's really an honor to be here. I hope you guys can hear me. Hello.
Yes, very clear. Yes, very clear.
It's really an honor to be here. I'm super delighted to be here. My name is Okolo Victoria. I run an underwear shop, a full underwear shop, everything underwears. I'm highly business oriented. I've done so many businesses. I don't believe that, I believe that if one is not working, you move to the other one. What matters is that you're making money. That's what I believe. I don't say because you're a chef and if food business is not working, you have to stay down. You look for something else and do. What we're interested in is that you're making money and you're not a liability. So I will say I'm highly business oriented. I'm a perfect example of a mompreneur. It has never stopped me from doing something. Never, even when she was still very little. So, and I love this topic because this is just me. I've never been outside there. Right from COVID, even when I was running my kitchen, I've always run it from home. So this is just a perfect topic for me. So I hope you guys will learn so much. I hope you guys don't leave us. Please stay on the line, stay with us, and you will enjoy the show. Thank you so much.
All right, so let's just dive straight into business. So I would like to ask you, how has working from home been for you? Do you feel less productive? Like, do you at any point in time feel, oh, if I had my store, if I go to a shop, if I wake up in the morning, take my bath, rub my powder, dress up and go to a store, maybe I will function better, or I will be more productive. Have you ever, in your journey as a mompreneur, have you ever felt that way before?
Mm, no, no,
Okay.
I have never felt that way. Because even in the house, even if because I'm working in the home, I don't just, you know, do anyhow. I wake up like people that go to the office. I have my bath, I dress up just like I'm dressed now. My home is my
Okay.
office. So I really take it serious. Every morning I wake up, I dress up, I start posting my business online. I start packaging products for delivery. I mean, it's serious business for me. Just because I'm home
Mm.
doesn't make me less than somebody that is out there. So I've never really felt that way. I've never really felt that way. Honestly,
Okay.
never
Thank
really
you.
felt
Because
that way.
for me too, I usually tell people that being a stay-at-home mom or being a full-time housewife is not a crime. I have never talk against it before in my life. And because I am also a mom, I'm a mom of three, and I know what it takes to nurture children. I know what it takes to take care of children or to take care of the home generally now. Being a wife, being a mom, I know it's a lot of work. Like it's a profession on its own, a profession without salary. And whenever people are like, oh, once you're at home and you're not doing anything, you are just as useless as anything. No, it's not like that. People who are also full-time housewife or full-time mom, I've seen people who will resign from their office job and face their children. So, okay, I'm going to raise these children
Yes,
until they are 10 years old or 12 years old. Then after that, I can go back to my career. People do that, and we can never crucify them for doing that, because what is a priority to someone might not be a priority to another person, and that is perfectly fine.
exactly.
But what I usually advocate is, while you are at home as a woman, make sure that you're doing something, which is why I
Exactly.
really resonate with you. It's not a crime that you're working from home. It's not a crime that you're a full-time mom. You're taking care of your home. What is important is that while you're doing that, you're also doing something, making money, like you said. Anything that can bring money for you, that can help you to assist your husband, or to assist the family generally, you should just find yourself doing it. And I think that is really profound for me. Now let's talk about, we've talked about the productivity side, that okay, does it make you less productive? You said no. Now let's talk about the cost side. Do you think you are saving cost by working from home? Because I know that if you're working from home, you will still run generator. If you need to power your laptop or you need to charge your phone to do business online, you will still run generator sometimes to power your phone or your laptop. You still incur some, some, we call them fixed costs. Those costs are just there, you will still incur them. But in your own view, do you think that working from home has really saved you from some costs that you would have incurred if if you're having to go to a store or a shop every day?
Ha. Yes. I don't think it. I know it. Working from home have helped me save cost. It has really helped me save cost. Let me just put for example, if I had an outlet now where
Okay.
I go to every day. Currently, we know the price of fuel. We know
Well,
it's very
yes.
high, which has also affected transportation. And daily, I
Yes.
have to go there, going and coming back. And because I'm out, there may be other expenses that will come outside the transport, which if I'm in the house, I will be able to manage. Let me say, for instance, if I'm at home, I eat what is available in the house. But if I am in the store, maybe for instance, pepper soup will pass. I will use money that I'm supposed to use for something else. I'll
You use
delve
it
into
to
my
buy
money.
it.
I use it and buy. But if I'm in this house, yes, if I'm in the home, just like as I am now, and I've already made
How will you use the
pasta, for
pepper soup that is
instance,
passing?
and I've already made pasta, for instance, I already know that pasta is what I have, and that's what I'll eat. I don't have
Mm.
to spend double money because if I'm working, I would have made the pasta in the house
It will
and
save
I'll still eat
cost.
pepper soup at work or in the office, then come back and still have pasta. I've spent double for feeding. So yes, it's really saving cost. Then if I have an outlet, to pay shop rent already paid for my house to run my business. That way, whatever I do, I gather the money and I'm paying just one rent. Just one rent. If I had a shop, I'll pay for waste, waste management,
Yes.
whatever I
Your
use in the shop.
electricity.
There are people that will
Yeah.
come and carry it. I pay them,
Your network
but I'm
is
in the house. Whatever waste I have,
okay.
yeah, whatever waste I have to put it with the one in the house. And I pay just one money for it. So I would say working
Yes.
from home saves lots and lots. If I begin to name them, we won't live here today. If I
You live here,
begin to pin
yes.
them one, we begin to pin them one after the other, you will see that it's really, really saves cost. It really does, really save cost.
All right, thank you very much for that. So let's talk about online business. You talk about rent now. You don't have a physical store, but we can literally say that online, or let me say Instagram or Facebook is your store where you sell your stuff. So uh, can you let us into how it's like to sell online? How your experience has been selling online without having a physical store? Would you say that, oh, had it been that I have a physical store, maybe I would have been selling more than this? Oh, this online is just restricting me. It's just because I don't want to go and, it's just because I want to be a mompreneur. That's why I'm just enjoying all this online business. So, okay, would you say that you have really been enjoying being an online entrepreneur? Or if you still have the chance, you will still, prefer to go to a physical store than to stay online?
When we talk about this hybrid work model, um, it is not it doesn't really mean that it has to be at home because there are different types of hybrid work model. Personally, I'm still going to have an outlet for my business, but
Okay.
I'll do most of the work from home, partially
Okay.
in the outlet. Yes, because aside having benefits, whatever has benefits also has challenges. It also has disadvantages, you know. So because of that, I would like to maximize both ends of hybrid work models. Speak on the remote aspect of hybrid work model. I have to, I have to into it. I want to enjoy both ends. I want to enjoy both ends.
All right. So I look forward to that time that you will have a physical store and you can also work from home. You can say, okay, Monday,
Yeah.
Tuesday, I want to work from the office. Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, I want to work from home so that I can spend some time with my family and all that. So it's like you will love to do the two. It's not like physical is bad and not like online is bad. Okay, so that's
Yeah.
fantastic. So I would like to ask, are you in support of employees? I know you don't have a lot of employees now that are working for you or working with you, but assuming in the future, in the nearest future, of course, your business would have expanded. You would have 10 people, 20 people working for you, taking delivery, packing customers' goods by the grace of God. Your business would have expanded to that length. Would you say that you will? Because I know that for your own kind of business, it's more of a physical product that you deal with. You deal with underwears, and it's a physical product. And most of the time, you might actually need your staff to be on ground. But let's assume that you run a business that doesn't require them to be on ground. Let's say service business. For instance, maybe you do consultation for people who want to start your kind of business. You do a consultation or a training for them to put them through on how to raise funds, how to manage the business, how to up their game, and and so on and so forth. So would you advise or would you allow your staff to work from home? Do you think that when people work from home they will be less productive, especially when they, so you are now talking from the angle of an employer, you are the one employing someone. So because if it's your business, you can work from home, you can work from school, you can work from streets, you can work from anywhere, you will still do your job because it's your business. You cannot watch your business collapse. You will put in a lot of effort. The same effort you will put in office is the same effort you will put in at home. But now we are talking about employee. When something is not somebody's business, they just do it anyhow. My own is just to collect my salary after the end, by the end of the month, whether the business make profit or not to concern me. You know how people can be. So would you get to a point that you will say, okay, I would love you to work from home for a few days and work from office? Do you think it will be productive?
When I expand, we're bringing it down to me now. I'll
Yes.
have some people work from home.
Okay.
I will practice the flexible at will type of hybrid working.
Okay.
I'll practice the flexible at will type of hybrid working. What this means is that when they are needed, they are there. When I need them to be physically present, they are there for me. If we need to have a consultation and I may not be available, I'll call on them to be there at a certain time and at a location, maybe the shop or anywhere else. But outside
Okay.
that, every other thing, customer inquiries, queries, whatever else they can do for me, they could do it at the comfort
From
of their home. I don't have any problem with it.
as
Yes,
long
I
as
don't
they
have
are
any problem with
delivering
it.
on
But
their
before
job, you don't have any
yes,
problem with
but
it.
before I do that, I have to train them on how hybrid work model works because there is a way it works. We have to set appropriate boundaries. You know, when you just tell someone, I want you to start working from home, they could wake up whenever they like,
And they'll say, ah, thank
do
God,
whatever
though.
they do, So we have to set appropriate work boundaries so they know that this is what is obtainable, even though I'm working from home. Even though I'm working from home, then we have to embrace technology. We have to embrace technology, social medias, other internet, you know, other
Digital
things
tools.
that could,
Yes.
yes, data tools, exactly. That's what I was trying to remember. That could aid a fast delivery of the job. They don't have to
Yeah.
do it themselves. We set reminders, set timers, schedule posts, plan things,
Those
anything at all. So we have to
that
embrace
can help.
technology. Yes, these are things that help hybrid work model to work. Then communication with authority. You can't have a perfect hybrid work without being without knowing how to communicate. I'm not there in your house. You understand? I'm in my house. You're in yours. So what matters before this can work, I'll be sure that you know how to communicate. If there's something that needs me, you will pass it to me at the right time. So I could work on it. So it wouldn't affect our work.
Hello? Are you there? Thank you everyone for joining. Please let's know where you're watching from and let's know if you are getting value. You can put some of the things you are learning in the comments so that we can see them. We cannot hear you again, Victoria. I guess your network is doing a fast one. And I'm already enjoying the conversation.
I'm
Hello?
sorry, my network.
Oh, okay, no problem. So
I'm here.
I want
I'm
to
here
talk
now.
about that communication very well. I am enjoying that part you were talking about. Communicating
Okay.
effectively, especially because you are not in the same building and physically you are not seeing yourself.
Yes, yes. So if there is, let me say there is a complaint and you can't handle it, and because I'm not there, well, we don't have an office space where you can just walk into my office and tell me this is what I'm going through. You just screenshot what you are going through the issue you're having with the client or the customer, and you send to me. As the owner of the business, as the employer, I'll know what to do, or I'll pass instructions. Okay, this is what to do. Or are we going to run a refund? Are we going to change the item? What are we going to do to make sure the matter is solved promptly and at the right and better time, instead of you relaxing and saying maybe you tell me tomorrow or you tell me whenever you like, and infuriating the customer's anger, making the customer, more angry and all of that. If communicate very well, you should know that, oh, this is now past what I can handle. Let me pass it over to the CEO or the owner of the business. So that's what I mean by effective communication. There can't be a hybrid work model without effective communication. It won't work. It won't work.
I'm learning a lot, and I
So
would
the
try
other
to do
one,
a recap. Okay, please go ahead. Please go ahead. I thought you were done.
okay, the other one is having a dedicated work area. You see, as we're having this business talk, I don't have to be on top of my bed because I'm working remotely, because I'm having a remote talk, a remote event. I'll just enter my bed now, wear whatever I like. No, you still have that mind that it is work that you are doing.
Yes,
So you can
yes.
concentrate. The biggest challenge of hybrid work, especially when it's remote, is that it somehow affects optimum concentration. If it's in the office now, you know that it's office. There won't be other distractions. Just like I'm just praying that my daughter doesn't come here and start crying and all of that. But if I'm in the office, she won't be here. She'll probably be
Yeah.
somewhere else. So one of the challenges of hybrid remote work is that it sometimes affects optimum concentration of employees. They are working, somebody's dragging them, either their husband, their sister. So if it has to work, you have to have a dedicated work area
Yeah.
and a dedicated work time. If you're packaging orders, like for my business, I send way bills every Saturday and I package them Friday night. Once my daughter is asleep, I start packaging orders. I won't want her to come and make me put something for someone, customer A in customer B. So if hybrid work will work very well for you, you have to have a dedicated work area and a dedicated time for working. If you say, oh, my daughter sleep by 8 p.m., I can start working from 9 p.m. Perfect. And you maintain it. That's the only way it will work. That's the only way it will work. I've practiced it, so I know this thing is workable. I do it. Like right now, my daughter is not here. I make sure I made plans for where she'll be, why this stuff is going. So all this thing boils down to planning. Planning. The only
Planning
difference is that you're not in the office. You're in the house, but you're still doing the same work. You're still expected to have the same productivity like
results.
someone that works in the office. What we need is
Yeah,
results. Your location doesn't
results.
matter. What we need is
Yeah.
results. So thank you.
Oh, thank you very much. I got a lot of things from what you said, and I would love people who are watching us to help me type those things in the comments. If you can type it without any interruption, I have a gift for you. So let's go. The first thing she talked about is training. If you want hybrid to be successful as an employee, as an employer now, she's talking as an employer now. You must train your staff. The first thing is training. Number one, training. Can you put in the comment training in capital letter? Training. Don't assume they know. Don't assume they should know. Don't assume, oh, you should know what you should do now. No, you should train them and tell them what is obtainable. Okay, you're going to be working from home on Tuesday and Wednesday. These are the things I want you to do. These are how you're going to go about it. So give them information that is going to sustain them. That's number one thing you mentioned. Number two thing you mentioned is set boundaries. Set boundaries. From 8 a.m. to 12 p.m. to 12 noon, I am going to be working. It's only from 12 that I am going to take a break of maybe 2 hours, eat, take a stroll, visit the restroom and all that. So you need to set a boundary for yourself. You need to set boundaries. If you don't set boundaries, you will keep mixing your physical, your personal activities. You will keep mixing it up with your business activities. Number three thing she talked about is communication. As an employee now, you need to communicate with your staff, with the business owner or with your boss to say, okay, these are the challenges I am going through. And okay, I'll mute you. I'll mute you for the meantime. So you need to communicate to say, okay, these are the challenges I'm going through. Don't wait till tomorrow or next after day after tomorrow before you now say, oh madam, something happened or I don't know how to handle it. By that time it might have been too late. So if you're an employee and you're working with someone, you need to be able to communicate your concerns, your problem, your difficulty, your challenges at the appropriate time. Since you will not be able to see your boss at the office or in the office. Then another thing she talked about is find a dedicated area. For me, I also do hybrid. I work from home and I work from the office. I actually work from home more than I work from the office. So I have a space. In fact, I really wish you can see my space. I have a space right now. I have a table, I have a chair, I have everything. I have like a normal space for work, a normal space that I will have in the office. But in fact, I even make it more beautiful than the office because this is my own space now. I put flowers, I put a lot of fine things just to make it, comfortable and really attractive for me. So if you are also a business owner, whether you are dealing with products or you're dealing with services that you have to be pressing computer, you need to create a space for yourself so that you know that once you wake up in the morning, you take your bath, you are resuming to your workplace like normal office. With that, a lot of distractions will not come your way. And the last thing she talked about is having a dedicated time. I think I've mentioned that when I was talking about setting boundaries. Having a dedicated time for your work. It's not that you will just wake up anytime you like. You already know that 8 a.m. is when you will resume. You will resume 8 a.m. Maybe you want to close by 4 p.m., you close 4 p.m. or 5 p.m., then you call it a day. Now, that takes me to the next topic we want to talk about right now. And that is, how do you manage your hybrid work model in such a way that it doesn't interfere with your personal life? Because we see situation whereby some people, they will work 11 p.m. they are still working. In fact, I can tell you that I'm a very good example of that one, because sometimes 8 p.m. I'm still on my desk working from morning. I might not stand up more than 2 times or 3 times, even though I know it's not good for my health. But once I'm soaked into that work, I don't want to stand up. I just want to finish this thing before I stand up. I just want to finish this work. How can we make sure that we don't mix up personal life with our business life or our professional life? Because eventually our family will suffer for it. Our personal life will suffer for it. Sometimes you don't even have time to go and make your hair. You don't have time to make your nails. Everything is just looking scatter because you're at home. So how do we make sure that we still take care of ourselves, even though we are doing the hybrid model, the hybrid business model for our job? I would like you to talk about that a bit. Okay, please go ahead. I have unmuted you. Hello, are we together? I don't know whether she can hear me. Can you hear me? I don't know. Okay, let's take a break. Maybe she would have been back by the time we are back. Okay, we are back. Victoria, are you there? I just want to be sure you are there. Hello? I don't know whether it's the network. Can you hear her, or it's just from my end? Are we still together? If you're watching me and you can see me, please let me know if we are still together. I don't know what's going on. Okay, I think it's her network. She has left. Hopefully, she will come back very soon. I've not been seeing comments as well. So I would also love to know if we are still live and you can see me. Please, can you drop a comment for me? You can say, hello, Adiola, I can see you. Hi, Adiola, I'm watching from Abuja. I'm watching from Yobe, Adamawa State, London, United Kingdom, Washington, USA. I can't see comments as well, so I don't know. I think it's the network. Thank you, everyone who is joining. Solomon, thank you for joining. Toluwani, Victoria, thank you for joining. Angela, Ngozi, Nobu Jane, Jamil, Ajibola, thank you for joining. Okay, I think my guest is having some network glitches. We are going to wait for her. So I asked the question. Please, if you have any question, you can drop it in the comments while we are waiting for our guest. So I asked the question about how we can manage our personal life and our business life in such a way that the two of them will not coincide and they will not be muddled up. So one of the things I want to say, I think our guest has also mentioned it. We need to be intentional about our timing. We need to be intentional about fixing specific time for work. I know sometimes it can really get out of hand in such a way that you don't even know when you're carried away with work. You keep working, working, working. And sometimes you can create something, you can create a system that works for you. Like now she has a toddler and she understands that she can only be effective when her toddler has slept. So what she does is that maybe during the day she does some things that would not make a child to disturb her. Then once the child has slept, she can now do some other things. So I think we can just try to sectionalize our activity. Hello, Priska, thank you for joining. So we can just find a way to sectionalize our activity in such a way that uh it doesn't get muddled up, with our personal life. So we can say, okay, from this time to this time, I will do this. From this time to this time, I will take a break and all that. So I think that explains that. And for me as an employee, for me as an employee now, I want to talk about the benefits of hybrid system. I work from home more than I work from the office. I think I work from home. We have 22 working days in a week. In a month, I work from office 6 times and I work from home. How many times is that? 16 times. So that means I work more from home than I work in the office. Now, for me, it has really saved me a lot in terms of costs, in terms of time, and in terms of productivity. The time I will use to commute from my house to the office, I can save it by using it to do something. And it's also save cost of fuel, transportation. And sometimes you get to the office because of hold up, you're already tired, you're already worn out. So it also saves us some kind of energy. But like our guest said, there is no advantage without disadvantage. All those things too have their disadvantages because if you are working from home 100%, you won't have the opportunity to see people, you won't have the opportunity to interact with people. We are human beings and we are social beings. We cannot live in isolation. We need each other to survive. And that is why we can do hybrid. So don't completely do work from home. And if you have the chance, you might not completely do work from office as well. You can have a mixture of both because it will actually help you to save cost, save energy, save money, and at the same time it will help you to be able to relate with other people. So we've come to the end of today's show, and I hope you got something, you were able to get some information. So on my last word, or the on final notes, I would like to say that if you're a business owner, don't wait till you have the capital to go and rent a store before you start your business. I've seen a lot of people who start their business from home, are still doing their business from home, and they are doing amazingly well. So you don't need to say, oh, because I don't have shop or because I don't have money to go and rent a store, I cannot do this business. No, you have seen from my guest that she's a mompreneur, she's a stay-at-home mom, she runs two businesses, and she's doing well with her business. So you don't have any excuse to say, oh, it's because I don't have store, it's because I don't have money, it's because I don't have this, it's because my husband doesn't allow me to go out. For some women, it's like that. Their husband will tell them, you cannot work from anywhere apart from home. You have to be a stay-at-home mom to take care of the family and take care of me and take care of the children and take care of the home generally. The husband will not allow that. I have an uncle like that that did not allow our wife to work. All of us, we beg, beg, beg. This uncle no gree. He shall say this woman must not work under anybody. So it happens like that. And most of the time as women, we really do not have control over that. But instead of you wallowing in pity, saying, everybody that asks you, why are you not going to work? It's my husband that says she not work. Oh, it's my husband that says she not work. Oh, instead of you doing that, you can still be doing something productive from your home, as long as you're making money and as long as that thing you're doing is making impact. So we are going to go on a short break right now. And when we come back, we are going to conclude on this whole topic. How do you feel on your birthday when the spotlight is on you? Great, right? What about when people surprise you with a special gift or party on your special occasion? You feel great, right? Astonished, excited. Some people will even cry, some will scream, oh, some will even blow first air to themselves just to show their excitement. That is exactly the way we make people feel at the Iconic Brand Awards. We celebrate people and brands who are doing exceptionally well in their various industries because we understand that this is going to motivate them to even do more. My name is Omobabiri Adeola Oshideko, and I am the convener of this great event, the Iconic Brand Awards.
Recognize phenomenal business or personal brands that have a track record of consistency and quality attributes.
An iconic brand should be given a pat on the back and told, well done. Else they might lose motivation when without any recognition. And this is why we want to celebrate them to keep up the good work.
Our awards have opened more doors of opportunities for our awardees, both nationally and internationally. We are happy to impact lives positively at TIBA.
TIBA 2023 is here, and it is our 5th edition of impacting brands by putting them in the spotlight and celebrating their outstanding efforts.
And this year is not just for dinner and awards. We are adding a global conference to our list of events.
See you at TIBA 2023.
See you all at TIBA 2023. So if this is your first time of hearing about TIBA, TIBA is a brand that recognize phenomenal people who are doing amazingly well in their various fields. It's an event, an annual event where we recognize personal brands, business brands, and corporate brands who are doing exceptionally well. And this year, we are going to be having our 5th edition of TIBA. TIBA stands for the Iconic Brand Awards. If you want to know more about what we do, you can visit our website, www.theiconicbrandawards.com. You can see the website address on our screen, on the screen right now. So you can just go to our website to see what we are doing. You're welcome back, our guests. I think the network was just doing shaky for us. I would love you to wrap up this discussion by giving us your final words. I can't see you. I don't know if some other people can see you, but I cannot see you. Your network is really so I think it's fine. You've done justice to the topic already, so don't let me bother you. Okay, you're here. Okay, so can you give us your final words so that we can just wrap up this whole thing and say goodbye to our audience?
Okay. Apologies for the breaking transmission.
No problem. We know it's not your fault. It's not
So, I'd like to talk on the 5 C's of hybrid work model.
Okay.
The number 1 is communication. The
Okay.
number one of the C's is communication. I've spoken so much on it. There is
Okay.
nothing we are doing without communication.
Yes, yes.
We don't have any business, we don't have any work if there is no communication. Nothing is working without it. So it is the number one of it. The
Okay.
number two is creativity. Just do it anyhow. Doesn't mean you shouldn't put in the work. Doesn't mean you should just, you just make posts. Let me say, if you're an online vendor, you just wake up and you post things as you like without checking if it makes sense.
Mm.
So creativity is important in hybrid
Communication. The first thing she mentioned
working.
is
If you're
communication.
going to
The
work,
second is activity.
creativity is important. We have connection. Connection with
Connection.
other people. As an employer, as an employee, you have to have you you have to give it out for the next person. Yes.
Communication, creativity, and connection. We are with you.
Then we have coordination.
Coordination. Be well coordinated.
Coordination, very important. Can you
We can still
hear
see you and we can hear
me?
you. It.
We have
At least we can
coordination
hear
as the third
coordination.
C. I've mentioned
Okay.
communication, I've mentioned creativity, I've mentioned connection.
Connection. We are together.
Yeah, okay. Communication, creativity, connection, coordination. The last one is the
Connection.
culture.
Culture. Okay.
The last one is the culture. So every business has its culture.
Mm.
Culture is a way of
Of
life,
life. The way you
how the
coordinate things,
business
the way
is
you do
run.
things. Yes. Okay, your network is not
You
allowing us.
make
Your network is
sure
not allowing us. We'll have to call it a day. I think we have gotten the information.
because you're working at home, don't
Your network is not allowing us. Thank you very much, Victoria. She talked about the 5C of or 6C, but she could not finish of hybrid work.
is the
She talked
culture.
about communication,
Every business
culture,
has its culture. It has the way it's run. It makes policies, change the culture of the business. I run an innovation is when when you want
Okay, we can't hear again because of our network. Thank you so much, Victoria. We are sorry. We won't be able to continue because your network is bad. Thank you, everyone who is watching. I hope with all the glitches, you are still able to get one or two things from the whole um, live stream. We are talking about how we can manage hybrid business model in terms of cost and productivity. She mentioned a lot of things, and I am going to quickly do a recap. She mentioned having a dedicated work and space, training, setting boundaries, communication, so that you can communicate your concerns on time. And she also talked about the 6C of hybrid work model. She talked about communication, creativity, connection, coordination, and culture. The sixth one we could not hear because of the network. Thank you, everyone who joined us. Georgina from Facebook, thank you so much for joining. Jamil Jibola from LinkedIn, thank you for joining. Thank you, everyone who has joined. We hope you got value. If you're watching the replay, please put hashtag replay and put value in the comments so that we can know that this is really beneficial to you. Thank you, Victoria. We won't be able to continue because of your network glitches. And we are going to take a short break now, and once we are back, we'll call it a day. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. The Iconic Brand Award is going to be 5 years this year, and we are marking our 5th year with a global conference and a dinner and award gala where we are going to celebrate iconic brands. The information is going to be released very soon on how to attend the conference, how to register for the conference. The conference is free, and how to nominate yourself or nominate other people for the awards. Thank you so much for joining us. I'll see you all some other time. Don't forget, TIBA 2023 is 5th of November 2023 in Lagos, Nigeria. If you have the opportunity, please find your way to Lagos, Nigeria, 5th November. Thank you so much for joining us, and we will see you some other time by the grace of